me, Mario.
All right, there we go. Oh no, what happened? Okay, my stream. Okay, fine. Hey, everybody, welcome. It's Mario's Nightmare. Lovely game. All right, this game was released way back by a mysterious figure from the days past called Apius. Apius, is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, the lad decided to have every vowel in its name, so go figure. Mario's Nightmare 64. Fantastic. This game has 140 stars, so CB is doing the intended any percent, which is 110 stars, so roughly 80%. And like those extra 30 stars actually had a significant amount of time to the 100% category. Anyways, bomb clip. You're gonna see a bucket load of like tricks and technical strats. That's where this speedrun excels at, which is definitely not so much to my liking. Anyways, you saw the little maze skip there. One clip, and also we're gonna climb the Bob-omb Temple for the last star here for now. Anyways, oh yeah, talking about Apius, I mean, yeah, Mystery's figure, I think he only released 2 other like mini hacks, sorta in the style of Nightmare. If I'm not mixing stuff up, it's all or nothing 1 and 2. So yeah. Alright, using the fire here to make the throws faster on the King Womp. King Womp. Alright, that's the course 1 done for now. Alright, one of the things I really like about this game is like all the levels interconnect, like the overall structure, the aesthetics, the atmosphere. Those are the aspects in which this hack truly excels. And what makes it also, I mean, so memorable to this day. I mean, this is close to 13 years old. Oh yeah, this game doesn't have invincibility frames. So when you get hit, yeah, you can get hit right away. Oh yeah, course, okay, you saw course 2 there. Course 2 is a maze. Straight on a maze. And you gotta like travel that maze a lot because there's 5 levels that you can access from course 2. Well, 2 of them are like at the very start. But the other 3 of those, you kind of have to traverse the maze in the different paths. But anyways, CB is now in Bowser 1. Retro Fire Castle, it's called. And it's quite retro. Test Worlds. Oh, and Silent Hill. Oh, Silent Hill is by Apius. I didn't remember that. Yeah. Yeah, all very old hacks. So here you got none of the modern stuff like Peril Cam, Infinite Lives, 6 out of 8 red coins. You got nothing is handed to you. Okay, just a little slip up there, but got the secrets. Okay, this segues nicely into why I sort of dislike this hack a bit. Despite all the things I've said about why I like it and why the atmosphere and all that, to me is finicky platforming in weird sections with terrible camera. And you know what? The gameplay, at the end of the day, is, I mean, the most important aspect. And personally, this is why this hack doesn't, like, rate so highly to me. Okay. We're not scared, we're just being cautious. Also, very cryptic hack. If you're playing this blind, I mean, good luck. Good luck, because you're not gonna fight. See that warp? How is there any indication that their warp is there? You're gonna see a lot of that stuff. If you haven't seen this hack before, you're gonna wonder, how would they even know? And yeah, back then, probably they didn't. Back then, when this was released, I mean, I can't even imagine. I don't think anyone would even find most of the stuff. Anyways, CB powered through those small mistakes, avoid the death, and enter the battle fight. Now, there's no bomb, so I guess that's the end of the run, right? Oh no, it's hidden. All right, that's key one. We're not gonna use that until later. All right, we're gonna go back to the maze proper. Maze is one of those that's like purely movement based. One of the very few levels that doesn't have like a lot of actual tricks and strats. It's just memorizing the path and just trying not to bonk. So I'll take this moment to talk about a little bit of the speedrunning aspect of this ROM hack. I mean, back in the old OG days, it was lane crash. I think it was like the first to pick up on this like more seriously, at least. But then came Moplop, and Moplop absolutely ruled the world to this day, in fact. And he pretty much held all the category records at one point. I think right now he might have lost a 140 star. And he's very close to losing a 110 star record from yours truly, CaptainBowser over here. But yeah, Mop truly the goat of Nightmare. Shoutouts to him. Yeah, some people have run this, including me. I've ran this for like a week. I kind of hated it. It's too much trick-based for my liking. You're gonna see a lot of BLJs, bomb clips, and just like technical strats that are definitely not in my wheelhouse. I'm more of a like movement-based, endurance-based runner. Space? Maybe space, I'm not truly sure. Yeah, strats have evolved a lot over the years, and nowadays there's actually a lot of people that kind of run this on a regular basis. It's definitely become a way more, at least faster speed game, even though the tricks are still incredibly hard. Okay, coins in the maze, not much to say. Surprisingly, it's fast enough for a 110 star. And I don't doubt it, CB did the timing. Always trust the timing, even if it looks slow. Right, just enough to end up with 100 over here. Alright, couple more stars here. Now, there's a little gimmick here in this stage. From Act 3 onward, you spawn at a different place. So where Star 1 originally was, I think. And from there, you have to like route it in a different way to make it to the next stars. All right, if you're scared of a piano as a kid, look away. Oh! Okay, you need to be careful. There we go. That's a lot of red, oh my god. Oh yeah? Okay, Louder Monkey Boy, one of the OGs as well. Okay, the star is a bit weird because it's exactly in the same place as Star 2 was. Or Star 3 was it? I mean, the other one that CB got with the 100 coins, so kind of weird in that regard. That pipe is not there before though, by the way, if you're wondering. Okay, that's course 2 for now. But of course, we go back in it because there's a lot more levels that can be accessed. Right, one of them is right here. Course 4, Shiver Town. The snow level. Well, one of the snow levels. Okay, beautifully executed wall kick here to break into the house and rob the people. Oh, the sign. Look, it's Santa's train with all the presents. That's if you behave. Do you behave, chat? Shout. You don't want to be in Santa's naughty list. Yeah, that's hard to pull off cleanly. It's a little bonk in there, but it's fine. It's better than falling down. Oh, by the way, these levels all had different names in the original release. Lane Crash was responsible for like kind of updating the hack, if you will. He also renamed all of the levels. They are all like something nightmare. Like Snow Nightmare this was, Water Nightmare, sort of stuff like that. I like these names better. Okay, Penguin. Doing a little sliding there to go faster. Okay, one more star here in Shiver Town for now. Lots of revisits until we actually get all the caps. Very sneaky little quicksand patch over there. I don't know if you noticed, like a little dip in the snow. Yeah, for some reason, there's a little patch of quicksand. True. Okay. Oh wow! Why'd I even say it? I didn't know there was one there. Oh my god! I'm so sorry. Commentator's curse in full effect. Oh my god! I actually didn't know there was one there. What the hell? Oh my god. It's fine. The estimate is absolutely insanely high. Oh my god, not again. Yeah, CB got a sub 2 hour PB just like this past week. So I'm pretty confident in his ability to crush this estimate. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use the shell for this race intended. I don't know. If you don't slide around, it's kinda tight. Right, back into the maze, but this time go to the right side. For course 3, 8-bit waters. Sort of in a retro style, just like V1. Yeah, gotta have the water stage. Mandatory water stage, check. You can check that in your bingo card. Okay. Okay. One of the things I mentioned, cryptic stars, cryptic locations. That one that's kind of sort of a different texture, indicating the wall is hollow, so I mean, take that with a grain of salt. It's not an entire water stage, though. There's like a surface and stuff. Et voila! Hate bit break waters. Yeah, the brick texture is kind of hard on the. I'm missing the word, but hey. Right, clean. Alright, one more in the course 3 for now. CB decides to split course 3 in 2 visits. There's technically no need to. It's just used to this rock. For course 4, you do need to have the metal cap, which will come right next. But yeah, it doesn't lose time. You don't lose time because of that, because of how you access the level through course 2. So you can do the stars whenever. Alright, CB opting for the safe. Oh no, never mind. Sorry. No. I'm talking out of my ass. I was thinking of the other strat for the secrets. My bad. Alright, we just cannot get enough of the maze. So yeah, we've talked about this, like the fact that so many things are locked inside the maze could deter some casual players from this hack. Because you do need key 1, you need obviously metal cap. Yeah. Okay, metal cap stage, not much going on here. One of the weaker stages in the level, in my opinion. Stages in the level, that's what I said. Yeah. The hack. I mean, it's a stage in the level, it's in course 2, so I was not wrong. Okay, red coins. Coming back from here is terrible with the camera. Like vanilla cam was trying to like rotate on itself. You gotta kind of fight with the camera there with that jump. Alright, good man, cap. Okay, finally free from the maze for now. Alright, here's one of the places where I use key 1. Someone was saying the other day that apart from key 1, you also need 10 stars for that door. So you need like the key and stars. Which is kind of unusual. Anyways, wing cap, sort of a reimagined vanilla wing cap with the towers and all. But as always, gotta have cryptic stuff because it's Mario's Nightmare. Alright, let's see if CB's flying is on point. Alright, secrets. Oh, nice. Each secret is on top of one tower. Nice. Cool. Easy. No. Let's put the last one randomly inside one of the towers. Warp within a warp? Yeah, that's the sort of stuff we're dealing with here. I guess he gets the wing cap here to get more time. Of course, if you didn't know, the timer, like the wing cap timer from entering the level is shorter than getting it from a box. I actually never did this round when I ran this back in 2020. It's sort of a similar start to sequence, honestly. Okay. That was mostly clean. Right on. Into the bathtub, because Mario's dirty. Okay, we're gonna see the clip. Yeah, there we go. Clip to get into course 7. Alright, course 7, Volcanic Crater. Very cool level. Very nice concept. C-up slide there to go faster on the slide. Not required, but definitely good to get there faster. But board! Okay, this is one of the few levels that we actually collect every star. So it's pretty fast. There we go, zoomies! Okay, lots of shell riding in this level. Okay, are we doing a bully fight? Yes, we're doing a bully fight. Ooh, okay. I believe if done like correctly, you can like ride the crouch position all the way into the edge with the bully. Okay, it's coins now. Oh, interesting using the pillar there. Just to hit the lava bounce a little bit faster. Sure, it saves time, even though it didn't look quite like it. Okay, so it acts like a toxic gas stage, so you're constantly losing HP. In this case, would be like it's too hot inside the volcano, so you're slowly dying. Let's stick to the theme over here, right? Okay, yeah, you do. Okay, that's a bit of time loss. You don't want to waste too much time here. Let's see if he makes it. He might have to go for the heart. Yeah, see, normally he kind of would have made it without having to go back to the heart. If he didn't miss on those coins the first time, but just for safety, it's best to play it safe. Okay, should be good now. Very confident camera angle there. Wouldn't expect otherwise from the bear. Okay, wow, he got it first try. GG. That's a tricky one to get. Very popular star in the single star scene. Alright, let's go break the level a little bit more, right? Okay. Oh, we couldn't have made it then? So you can just like jump clean over through the wall there. For some reason, it got caught up, sorta. I'm not sure if he could have saved it or if he just played it safe. Slot machine, so I'm guessing that means it's quarter frame dependent. Alright, let's see if he gets luckier this time. Alright, that's how you want to do it. Okay, just like that, course 7 is over. Okay, that was pretty good, I think. Right, course 6 now. Outside the volcano. Another one where surprisingly the 100 coins is fast enough. And this time it's paired with the secrets, even though they make a red coin noise. Those are secrets. 10 of them, to be precise. Yeah, see that massive explosion from the bob-bombs? Yeah, that's also changed. And it actually hurts Mario in 4 HP. If you touch the explosion. Yeah, very creepy secrets all over the place. Like, you'd expect, like, maybe they're all in the water. Maybe not, but no, they're in the water, out the water, inside the building, outside. They're very much all over the place. Even inside a little hollow hole over there. Yeah, we're swimming over here. Swimming with the boys. using the sloped ledges there to get that extra bit of speed entering the water. Small optimization detail. Right, you definitely don't want to miss any blue coin. You have to be something catastrophic for that to happen, but I won't say it never happened to me. Alright, star 1 or 2. Well, this one. Kinda tricky one. Especially to do very fast. So as good as it gets. Very interesting bomb clip here. Getting inside the volcano to then get the star. You know what? I don't even remember what's the intended way, but I think it's that swim around the island. And then you have sort of like a tunnel with quicksand and lava. Yeah, clean tower climb. Lighthouse, whatever that is. Probably more like a lighthouse. Alright, so another trick coming up. Setting up the first BLJ of the run. To land right on top of the star. There we go. First try. Perfect. Is that the first BLJ of the run? I might have missed one already. There's a lot. There's gonna be a lot. Okay. So now we can do a little bit of revisiting. Specifically Bomb Temple, course 1. That's very evil to put a flamethrower right outside of the warp. So I was gonna get hit there. Right, res in the hundreds. Oh, another thing I like about the set is the soundtrack. Pretty cool. And not every track it's home run for me, but in general, pretty cool. Lots of Castlevania songs. That's very present. Yeah. Going over the maze there. Wall kicking, wall kicking. I love wall kicks, man. Oh yeah, I think. Oh, aren't the Chuckies buffed as well? Like if they get you, they throw you really far. Yeah, there's some buffed enemies. Kind of forget about them at some point. Right, the bomb clip you saw for star 3. It's also very useful here to get back to that location. Beautiful. So you don't have to use the warp. I mean, you still have to use the warp, but to go back instead of both ways. Of course, ground pounding avoids grabbing the tree. That's pretty clean. Yeah, CB started off a little bit sketch here and there, but it's definitely cooking now. Love to see it. But sadly, this is the easy part of the run. Alright, build a flying sequence here. The coin draw distance might be an issue here. If you know exactly where you're gonna aim, yeah, probably your first time trying that, you're probably gonna miss a coin or two. Alright, that nosedive, here we go! Ooh! Bam. Alright, that's course 1 done. Right. So that door exits this little house. You need 40 stars, I believe, for that door. So yeah, we're out. Right, we're going here for a brief moment. Bowser's Castle. This game is like sort of separated into sections. You had the house section there. This is the Bowser Castle section. It was very cool. I really like how this is like designed. This section, like all the interconnected levels. But the only thing we're getting here for now is really the bench cap switch and the secrets, also in the most absurdly random locations. Like you would not believe it. I mean, look at that. It's what. Anyways, go find that blind. Yeah, that's just a little dip into outside the house to get the vanish cap. And now, for real, the cleanup. Cleaning up overworld 1, if you will. You can call it that. Okay, here we go. More of the same random ass secret locations. No indication whatsoever. Okay, here's a pretty tricky jump coming up. Let's see. Alright, there we go. That side flip wall kick is actually very, very tight. You need like a perfect angle, perfect height. Otherwise you're not getting that. Right, here's another... Oh my god. Wait. I was gonna say here's another cool trick, but Let's just avoid death. Okay, so using the slope to get speed, going back around, clipping on top, outside the level boundary. Perfect. First try. Oh, that's a bit sketchy because of that darn fly guy. But we still cooked. Also, yeah, it's very easy to not have enough speed to clear, like, the peak of the slope. You gotta really be blessed with the speed over there. Alright, reds and hundreds. Yeah, you're bound to have to do some slow stars in the grand scheme of things, because, I mean, 110 out of 140. That's a very high star count. Okay, that's some coins missed. I hope that's not an issue. Also, note this one thing. The coin rings in this game are, like, smaller for some reason. In the water, that definitely makes it harder to get. Bang. I love how the coins in the water, or like in the shallow waters like this, just kind of stay in the same spot. Very well behaved coins. Right. Oh my god, see those big Goombas? 4 hits of damage. These bros ain't playing. Alright, let's see if we can get the slow speed kick combo. Ah, no swag points for you, CB. Right, now I can finish Shivertown. Get another 100 coins. Sorry about that. My stream suddenly had to refresh. Yeah, it's just getting coins with the shell. Here's the hard part now. 1, because of freezing water. 2, because of the most terrible camera you're gonna ever see. Yeah, this is the camera you get here, underwater. Very cool. And if you do this enough times, you know exactly what lines to follow, but if you do that casually, it's terrible. Alright, now to get out of the fishing hole. Bang. Alright, that's course 4 done. Except for secrets, not doing that because it's way too slow. Back into fan favorite exit and maze. Alright, this is a funny one where you go from the secondary spawn point back to the original spawn point. So you kind of gotta work your way backwards. It's really easy to make a wrong turn here. You gotta really focus during this part. And what's this? A pipe! Oh my god, it's course 5. Course 5 is an interesting level. Sort of like a Colosseum with the different challenges. It looks quite terrible though. Very poor aesthetics. Alright, got a million boos there. But we actually gonna combine that star with the 100 coins, because you do get a 40 just from killing the 8 boos. So you might as well take that and get the rest from this blue coin switch, which is very, very generous. Bang. So perhaps the easiest 100 coin star in the game. No, it definitely is. Alright, good eyeball RNG. Red coins. How did that ledge grow? Random hollow wall. Gotta love it. I think the rest of the reds are up here. It's been a while since I read this. Yes, they are. Okay, the Emperor's chair over there. We'll actually go behind to the backstage. Where the star is chilling in the green room. Tribune. Oh, sorry. I didn't know the technical term. Okay, what's this now? Box Mayhem? Not yet. No, it's just box. Shout out to Box World. Okay, random mass warp number 7 by this point, incoming. Yep. Oh my god, you're trapped. It's kind of a funny one. You just hit the switch and you're suddenly trapped by boxes. Right, star 6. We're probably gonna see another funny clip over here. Okay. Alright, some of those floors are fake. You just fall right through. But you can't fall through the last one of them and then clip into the water box. Just kind of skip a little bit of the tunnel there. And the gimmick here is you gotta step on the right letters, which spell out something. What did they spell out again? I forgot. Okay, and then you get last, of course, 2-star. Alright, what's the time there? Is at 52 minutes. At least on this hand. So I think that's sort of a good overall one. I mean, there was no really major mistakes from what I recall. Just like some slip-ups here and there. But it's a pretty good pace. Alright. Here we go. Course 8. Sandstorm Desert. This is a tricky one. Starting with this spawn. Yeah, you got a lot of quicksand all around. It's probably my favorite level. I really like the theme. And... oh man. Yeah, so like, as you saw there, the quicksand just blends into the safe ground in terms of texturing. Just really gotta know where it's gonna kill you or not. So yeah, another very cryptic aspect of Mario's Nightmare. So the gimmick here is that you gotta follow those black poles. They kind of tell you which direction you should go. And you better not stray off that direction too much or you're gonna hit the quicksand. That's pretty much how that goes. This is all slow sand, by the way, so you can't really jump that high. Okay. Right into the crypts. Very cool star here. Yeah, also very dense fog, so there's really everything against you in this level. This is like where the difficulty really starts showing up. Yeah, one of the most interesting stars in terms of platforming. At least so far. Oh yeah, notice the vanish cap box over there. So if you don't have vanish cap, you're just gonna fall through and die. I believe it's the first hack that does that gimmick. Yeah, it's been done many times afterwards in other creations. Alright, there's a couple of technical stars. Yeah, you gotta be really confident with your movement here, because you're not gonna see anything. You really gotta know where you're going. Alright? So there you were kind of supposed to use that as monkey bars, but you can just go on top. Kaizo did it? Oh damn, I don't remember. Yeah, if Kaizo did it, it was definitely before. Kaizo is 2009. Alright, modern technical platforming, let's see. Fast strat here is pretty darn hard to pull off. All in zoomed in Mario, man, it's fucking crazy. I guess that's what, I think that's better actually. Right? Okay. Clean. That's a good corset. Too bad for that one death. But everything else was super solid. Alright, we're entering now personally my favorite section of the run. Bowser's Castle. Which is comprised of several different levels. Bowser's Castle. Or Bowser's Castle number 2. I guess this would be. AKA course 10. Get Bowser's big ass throne. Or his big ass. Yo, Womp, what you doing in your boss's throne? What the hell? Disrespect. Anyways, for those of you in chat, try to do this fight without taking damage. You know what? That's probably a retro achievement. Yeah, it's quite hard. Alright, after clearing the throne from the Womp and the Imps, no Bob guy can chill. Lovely. What a heartwarming story. Alright, these spiral staircases are freaking awful. I hate them. So hard to do clean. Anyways, you're supposed to go around. There's like a fake wall, and you go around to get the star. Or you can use the wing cap. Fly over the pit. I wonder if there was any reason that he selected Act 2 again. Is the wing cap not there in Act 3 or 4? Okay. Yeah, cannon hole is a tight fit. We're getting everything here? Let's see. No, we're not getting everything here. We're probably not getting reds. Yeah, probably reds. We do get hundreds though. Alright, here's a cool wall kick skip. Go up and then use like the ankle part to make it to the opening here. Otherwise you'd need the cannon and the wing cap. I mean, you have to open the cannon anyways, so it wouldn't be like a severe time loss, but by the pitch black room, harder than it looks. Like managing the camera here is like super important. Ooh, oh my god, that actually kind of scared me. But yeah, there's randomly a little patch of quicksand there that if you slide kick, you can bounce off. Yeah, absolutely pitch black. You just really gotta trial and error that. Alright, and now 100 coins. Just gonna pair with the other remaining regular star. Alright, here's where the cannon's for. Alright, generous amount of coin lines over there. Goombas have jaundice, by the way. Don't know if you noticed. The disrespect. Killing a Goomba, taking the shell, using it for 1 second to kill him. Fantastic. Oi! Oh my god. Wow, that barely got the hitbox. Spiral staircases, yeah! Yeah, I think you're just better off single jumping everything. Oh yeah, red coin inside a fake wall, by the way. The usual. Ooh, oh, the pitch. Alright, let's see if you can get the double star spawn. This is important, guys. He didn't go for it. I don't think he did. Not going for it? I mean, it would be nice to showcase. Try at least. Okay, that's Bowser Castle Part 2. The star's done. Now we go in again to reach Part 3. Which technically is Bowser 2. That's actually a pretty good strat, just to single jump everything. Alright, B2. This is a tricky one. Absolutely. But nothing that our best friend CB won't be able to conquer. Yeah, lots of swamp platforming here. Right, here's a true test. Red coins. Since you need key 2, it's best just to get the red coins along the way. Otherwise, it'll just be way too long of a star and difficult. Lots of stuff happening. Got the barrage of bullet bills, fire, terrible camera, elevators. Using the elevators for a little bit of extra momentum. The snake's mouth, very cool looking, but terrible section here. There's no way you save that! Oh my god! Yo, alright. Oh my god. So you mean to like grab the very ledge of the corner? If you do it, then the thwomp can hit you. But it was a bit far from the corner, so somehow he managed to wall kick off the thwomp? What even happened there? I'm not sure. But we're still in it. God damn. Alright, taking the save there. If you had full HP, you can like skip that wall kick section by doing 2 lava bounces onto the red coin platform. Kinda scary also because the platform is super small. So you gotta really have a precise landing. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna say it. But, I mean, I'm gonna say it because I'm commentating. That should be the hard part done. There, I said it. Alright, please. Don't jinx it. Right, keeping it cool now on the shell section. No funny business, and we should be fine. Just nice and easy. We know where this fire spawns. Oh no! Oh, I think he's dead. Yeah, you can't really recover. You need the shell for the last red. Oh my god. Oh. I mean, could you have gone for the key and then get another backup star? I mean, it's too late now. Perhaps you could have done that. But, I mean, don't blame him, because it's hard to think of these things on the spot. And perhaps it's not even faster, I don't know. Oh, that's terrible. That's the worst death you can have here. And now I feel kind of responsible for jinxing that shit. Bro, the same thing happened when I talked about the quicksand in Course 4. I just need to shut the frick up. Okay. Oh, he pause buffers that to see if he gets the ledge grab or not. Alright, that's pretty smart use of pause buffering. Yeah, I mean, with that, GB is probably that. I'm gonna be honest. But, it's still a pretty good run, don't get me wrong. That's a big time loss, but the run so far has been pretty nice, so don't you worry, team. Alright, I'm not gonna say anything now. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but you really could take it safe there. Take that at 1 or 2 second extra time just to just wait for the fire. But I get it, man. I get it. Anyways, we power through and we forget the mistakes, and we just gotta learn how to deal with the severe time losses like this. It happens, man. It's Kaizen though. Run Kaizo, you know. You're just a small slip away from losing 10 minutes, potentially. That one was more like 3 minutes, I want to say. Alright, since this is a pretty Christian stream, and technically it's Sunday in the Netherlands where CB is from, I think it's just only fair that we go to church. Alright, church. Cue the sad violin. Our extremely cryptic level. Alright, the church basement here. Right. Beautiful. And nice. Right, this is one of the worst warps in the game. Gonna have to climb the stairs again. I think this song actually really goes well this level. The atmosphere is pretty nice.
Here we go! Let's go!
You don't want to enter that door, by the way. I think it's instant death. Alright. We're gonna do some tricks. Not yet, not yet. First we're gonna go to the altar. Oi! Okay, still have time. Come on. There we go. Right, 2 more church stars. Alright, here we go. BLJ. Oh, beautiful. Let's go. It's a faster way to get outside. That was the cleanest BLJ I've seen there. Usually you take like 1 or 2 more jumps to get through. And random star in the fucking grass. It's also surrounded by quicksand, by the way. Like outside the hole. Alright, last star here is actually pretty tricky. And it goes back to the finicky platforming I talked about in the beginning of the run. Yeah, this one is like super finicky platforming. A type of star I really hate. But nothing for the bear. Alright, that was Church, aka Bowser's Castle 4, 5, whatever. This is Bowser's Castle 1. Sort of like the main hub, if you will. Hub. Church is 6. Who cares? 1 is Vanish Cap. I mean, that's kind of silly, because that's hardly a level. Don't matter. It's Bowser's Castle, okay? Look at that warp. Look at that warp. How are you supposed to find that warp? I'm so mad. Right, more pitch black platforming coming up. That's a pretty cool strat. There's like 100% confidence there. Yeah, Moplop developed like majority of the strats, like the major strats. In terms of movement, CB does a lot of his own thing, for sure. Yeah, many people throughout the years have made contributions to the run. Not me, though. I just ran it and dipped. Hey, but at least I did it, so I think I have the rights to diss it. Wait. Not sure how many coins you can afford to skip over here. But if you didn't go back for the coin, it's because it's fine. Oh my god, what is that secret, bro? Come on. There's nothing there. Music. Perhaps Crash could link the wiki page. Okay, that's a lot of fake floors there. Sort of follows like a checkerboard pattern. My stream behind that? I can try to make it. I don't really know how I would do that. How do I refresh VLC? Oi! Oh, I kind of did it, huh? Well. Oi! Okay. Alright, it's probably going into another part of Bowser's Castle, the slide. It's a little goofy-ass music. What's going on? I broke it. Okay. Right, slide does have a timer here. Time is 14 seconds. So it's pretty generous. Why does he jump there? I don't know why he jumps there. Anyway, since you can clear the time, the slide pretty easily, you're gonna see CB stall a couple of times here to just go over the 14-second mark. And skipping the star animation. Right, here's a room I just don't understand. There's a bunch of doors, and only one of them leads to the star. I think there's one that leads to a red coin, and all the others lead to your death. I can't get more cryptic than that. Psych, you definitely can. Alright, some cool tricks coming up here in this stage. And start in the toilet. Quick, take a look, see if Katse is there. Right, is it BLJ time? I think it's BLJ time. Right, first one to clip inside this little area. I think you need the vanish cap. Second one. Here we go. Alright, there's actually a chance that you like can clip through that other wall there. But yeah, the alternative to that is doing some time box platforming over the quicksand, which is actually kind of tricky if I do remember correctly. But yeah, if you go through like that second wall with the BLJ, I do think you can save it, because you end up in a place where you don't die, and you can actually get this next star that CB is going for. But the faster way is really to line up and guess what? Do another BLJ. Alright, that's where you want to end up. It's a pretty consistent setup there, I believe. Back in my days, I can just eyeball it, and sometimes I'll just be flying off. And there you go, a little bounce to avoid getting on top of the thwomp and possibly getting your jump beat. There you go, that's a pretty good slide. I think that was like, yeah, no major mistakes. I can remember minor mistakes, to be honest. Alright, VC Reds. Can get the VC and do the rest of the Reds pretty easily. Plenty of time. Alright, and that's the end of the Bowser Castle section. That was 26 stars. Now, into another pretty tricky stage. Ancient Ruins, course 11. These are perhaps some of the hardest stars in the run, but CB will tell if that's true or not. To me, back then, it definitely was. But I use different strats, more outdated and maybe not as consistent. This is no doubt the most normal star here. Pretty much intended, other than that little clip back at the beginning. Clip through the wall. Oh, 3 HP here. But we're not scared. Right, what time is it? It's BLJ o'clock? Oh, okay. Alright, clip through the wall. I'll flick very fast so you can make it and grab that. So that skips a kind of tricky climb. Beautiful.
Let's go.
Right, C11 BLJ number 2. Okay, for this one he's using that wall clip just to conserve a bit of HP. That's gonna be needed. Alright, here we go. Alright. Yeah, sort of going from out of bounds into there. kind of stops Mario from going off the ledge. And yeah, that's why the HP was needed. Okay. And kind of a scary ending there. Really gotta know your timing. Yeah, that's clean course 11. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned. Yeah, I mentioned well, obviously this category and the 100%, which is 140 stars. How's this frame walking, by the way? I didn't mention there's also 0 star that's possible. Only Malplop has completed a run of it. It's pretty darn awful. There's SBLJ involved. Also, it's only possible on the very first version of the game. For some reason that I don't really know. Alright. Snow level number 2, but no. Calm down. First we're gonna go deep into the dark forest. Right. Damageless Wiggler fight. Let's go. Surely he's gonna get it. Whoops. Zero ample. Hey, I've done it like once, okay? It is possible. Right, there's course 13. It's a kind of a cool stage. There's some least fun aspects. aka climbing the same tower like 3 times. Oh no, to me it's one of the better stages. Okay, are we gonna see shellless now? I think we are. So for this star, you're meant to use the shell. Take the shell from another house and use it to ride the lava here. But oh my god, damageless even. Wow. So CB will just waited for the fire there as his audio cue, and then with a good timing, you can just walk your way to the star. And that's pretty much timing and muscle memory, because you're not really seeing anything over there. So yeah, very, very good execution. Was this reds and hundreds? Or is it hundreds with star? No, it's reds and hundreds. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we do get reds here. Get all the stars. What's a ROMhack older than 2019 without a DK64 song? I'll tell you what, it doesn't exist. Kaiser Mario 64, well, you wanna go there. Alright, air set tower that you gotta climb 3 times. Quite tricky. I just want to try and go fast. Now you can use the momentum from the elevators to jump a bit higher. That definitely helps a lot here. Alright, guys, I was not being literal, okay? Yeah, you can stop with the examples. Just a figure of speech. Let's list every example. Alright, well, we only got like half an hour left. Perhaps less. I think it's gonna be enough.
Let's go.
Okay, 2 more tower climbs for the 2 remaining stars. Yeah, I don't know, this tower has traumatized me from running the game. I think it was just a skill issue, honestly. CBs just makes it look so easy. Okay, this makes me feel better, although kind of not good. I mean, it's that old school Mario Camp platforming. Sometimes you just don't get that wall kick angle you should, or vice versa. Fucking spoiled by Aglap Cam.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's go.
The cycle there. All right. I mean, all in all, that was a pretty good course 13. It was just that one falling down from the tower. All right, course 12, Frozen Snow Peak. What's better than a snow level 2? Yeah, but this one is gonna have some juicy stuff. We can all rage for that, but for now it's just a couple of secrets here. Climbing for secrets. Pretty cool star. Concept-wise. Alright, who's ready for some freaking gaming over here? Prepare to get your socks rocked.
Let's go.
Perhaps you've heard of the term hyper jump. Okay, looks a good angle. Alright, well. It could have been better. Could have been better. Whoa! Scam! Scam! Shouldn't have gone for the bounce, honestly. Bro tried to be extra cheeky. But yeah, so I don't know exactly how the hyper jump works. All I know he's got a BLJ, got a lot of speed. Then by punching neutral punch, you start to convert your horizontal speed to vertical speed. I mean, someone in chat probably would explain better. But yeah, number one, if the angle is like absolutely godlike, you can land on the star platform. But that's very hard to pull off. You just bounce off out of bounds. Okay, well, there you go. Yeah, it's hard to like keep the BLJ going there. Again, I'm not sure exactly how the technical... Okay. Looks like the same angle. Oh, the camera though. No, it was better. It was better. He got it. He got the platform. Let's go. All right, all right. That's not bad. That's not bad. Second try. Yeah, I got scammed by the snuff it, sadly. You could have just taken the fall there and then you do some like box platforming to get to the star. But yeah. I get the idea from using the snuff it, but yeah, sometimes you just don't get what you want. Okay. Right, something went wrong there. Maybe he wasn't neutral there. Didn't get the launch. Okay, he's going to do this at least, yeah, 2 more times. But yeah, oh my god, this is unforgiving. In fact, if you're in a good pace, mainly, because you can just lose a lot of time here. At the very end of the run as well. Something's just not clicking here. I never tried this myself. I don't really know. Alright, that seems good. Right next to the star. Beautiful. Okay. Canceling the fall damage animation there. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about this being a super technical speed game. Not just like the overall like regular strats and movement, but stuff like this. Okay, finally something normal as far as BLJs go. Just clip inside the snowman there. Or the building. The snowman is somewhere else. Or is it the snowman? Yeah, it is the snowman. Oh, but he got the... Oh, I didn't... Okay, he got the wall clip. That's pretty precise as well. So he meant to, like, swim through the little maze there. I almost didn't even notice. But I noticed because he got the star so fast. But yeah, can kind of clip the wall there with the right angle and speed. Okay. One more, come on. I mean, for this start, you're barely saving time, I would assume. I'm not sure. CB would know better. For the other stars, you do save a lot of time. Oh, the wind. Okay. Okay. You gotta kind of aim to undershoot the star, because the wind's gonna push you further. Okay, all in all, that was not super terrible. It was unfortunate that one death with the snuff it. Because otherwise, it didn't actually die to the trick. It just didn't get the BLJ to stick a couple times. are we on sub 2 pace? You know what? I hate to be the guy that jinxed it, but it seems like yes. Anyways, course 14, Idegrazil. How the frick you say that? Yeah, it's a cool stage. Basically, it's a big ass tree. Egg Brazil. Exactly what I said. BLJ, of course. I mean, is there a level where you don't BLJ in this hack? And before you say which level you don't BLJ in, it's a figure of speech. You dummies. Oh yeah, a maze. Sort of a maze randomly appears. Yeah. Nobody's ever fan of mazes. If you are, you're lying. Did I say maze? I meant quiz. I'm sorry. Fucking brain dead over here. Oh, that was a good BLJ. Just kind of went a little bit further. Alright, he's doing 100 coins with star, whichever number, the one on top. What was that kill? Wow, wow. Yo, that was fast. Sheesh. Oh, he got the worst cycle possible. Let's go. Funny reds that you'll never find on your own, part 17. Oi! There's a hole there, man. Okie dokie. Alright, 2 more over here. Alright, is it frame walk time? Not yet. No, just some honest pre-platforming first. Whoa! Oh, wow. That dusty rollout, it was looking like it was gonna fall. I think that was part of the plan.
해고.
Right, time to mash. Okay, so in the ROMAC community, it's allowed to use like alternate button mapping. In this case, since using controllers, CB's mapped the up direction into a button. And that's like to even the playing field, because a lot of players use keyboard and like they can just do that. Beautiful.
Here we go.
Alright, that scores 14, and we're almost done with this one. Not allowed to, yeah, not like macros and stuff. No, no, no.
해고.
Limbo. Or Castlevania music. Oh, that's a nice slope momentum jump. Alright, cheeky BLJ here. Simply just to get to the destination faster. Not required at all here. Right, here's a funny level. It's a funny name, but by the way. It's called question mark, question mark, question mark. Catchy. Anyways, that's two entrances, like the front door and the back door. CB likes going through the back door. Not very polite, if you ask me. But hey, you do what you gotta do to get the power stars. Oh, damn it. Oh, big fall damage. Ouch. That's some finicky platforming. No surprises there. We good, we good. How's that sub 2 looking? Wait, bro is on world record pace? Wait, what? Hold your... Wait a minute. Guy. No pressure. Alright, we're just grabbing a quick star here from Limbo. Inside one of these houses. That's all we see from Limbo, by the way. Okay, it's actually gonna be close. World record is like 157. I mean, I don't know the seconds, but yeah. Alright. Bowser 3. Bowser 3 had a complete revolution. Since I ran this back in 2020, I mean, the strat was pretty awful. It was a BLJ to skip kind of half of the level. The strat now is to do a BLJ that skips all of the level. The entire level. So you use that VST box there, boom. You're at the end. So pretty much you just skip the hardest level in the game. Like that. Okay, if bro nails this throws its world record, guys. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Okay. You can back up. Can back it up, right? Ooh, no. You can't. Oh, you're not gonna lose it with that. Oh, please.
Here we go!
Come on. Oh, wow, that missed. How did I miss? Okay, so the bomb is kind of like. Yeah, it's like hidden inside the fucking. Yeah, you can see it now. Ooh, I don't know. It's gonna be really close. It's gonna be seconds. It's gonna be stop. Oh no! He lost it. Oh, he lost it. But it's okay, man. It's okay. You'll get it. You'll get it soon. But let's clutch out that sub 2. All right, we have 9 lives. It's fucking gonna happen. Come on. A little mishap. Yeah, you really want to hit that first throw because it makes the whole fight so much like streamlined. Like if you deviate a bit from that first throw, yeah, it kind of like throws everything into the hands of fate. Wow, that's a super clean fight, man. It's still a 57 though. Wow, great performance. Let's go, GG's. There we go, man. Mario's Nightmare 110 star. Captain Bowser, the fucking bear. Give it up. Give it the frick up. Man, that was, a world record like that on a marathon. Sheesh. With 3 minutes time loss in B2, by the way. Brother, man. That was a clean run. Honestly. That was that one mistake. That was massive. And then what? Missing a couple BLJs in course 12? Other than that, man, bro really cooked. I don't know what to say. That was quite a performance. Hope you enjoyed the commentary as well. I did my best. I don't always know everything, but hey, I did what I could.